Yo, what's up? Phil James. It's another fine, wonderful day here in Central Ohio where I find myself residing. It is November. It is the 27th. It's Monday and it's 2017. Wanted to switch it up, keep it all mismatched. Yeah. So, with that being said, I want to talk about something so simple, something so obvious, it seems, and something just, you can't even call it an idea because it's that simple, and I think it was the way God intended. So, I want to go ahead and talk about it. I found something last night. As I'm watching YouTube, I'm using my PS4, watching YouTube, and it has autoplay turned on. So I watch something, skips through to the next video, plays that, watch it, skips through to the next video, and I watch that, right? Just kind of going through. Somehow, a certain video talking about a technique called grounding came up. And I'm like, what the hell is grounding? Like, ground wires? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell is that? Apparently, all you have to do to ground yourself is walk around barefoot on the soil, the dirt, the grass, the earth. Not blacktop, not cement, nothing like that. But just natural earth surfaces. And I'm like, strange. What's the benefit? Well, happy you guys asked. So apparently, these people that live in, chronic pain, chronic inflammation, these people that are in pain, started grounding themselves in a city called Haines, Alaska, because a certain man there started doing it, and it revolutionized his life. Now, after doing so, he starts sharing that idea, spreading the idea to all the people in his city. Sorry. Well, all the people in his city ate it up. It started helping them also. So I'm like, whole city transformed due to something so simple and so elegant. You know what I mean? So he starts giving out these grounding stakes, and then you can run a cable into your house, hook it up to like a heated blanket is what I thought it was. I'm not sure if that's what it was. It might be special, but it's like a ground stake out your window, in the ground, and then plugged into a heated blanket. People covering up or sleeping on it. And they're getting that grounded earth Schumann resonance frequency as they sleep. Apparently, it helped a lot of people stop snoring, helped a lot of people stop grinding their teeth, which I do nightly. And it helped a lot of people wake up the next morning just feeling great. See, I wake up with numb fingers and hands and numb feet and toes. I've told you guys before, I was a raging heroin addict, and I was IV use, I was syringe, all of it. I used to shoot it up. So with that, my circulation is horrible now. I wake up, and these three fingers on, no crazy symbolism, don't even throw it out. But these three fingers on both hands, when I wake up in the mornings, they're numb as could be. All three. And it goes down your hand. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's not good. But apparently grounding yourself daily really helps that. So I did it last night. 2 times, walked outside to smoke my cigs and put my feet up in the grass and up in the soil. Just to try it. I don't think after one half-hour session of doing it, you're going to see that much of a difference. But we're talking months at a time that these people, ground themselves daily or sleep with that grounded energy, daily. Why am I talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Why am I telling you this? Okay, so what are the soles of your shoes made of? Rubber, plastic, silicone, I'm assuming different shoes have different elements as the soles and as the bottoms of the shoe. But generally, I would assume that it's probably plastic, rubber, or silicone. What are all three of those? Insulators. Electrical insulators. So that means they stop electrical current. How about that? Coincidence? Probably not. You know, people can argue and say, well, rubber, you know, is kind of sticky. It gives you traction. Well, who knows? I don't take anything as coincidence. So therefore, I feel that that was done for a reason. Yes, I do. Now, with that, we got to think, you know, so our shoes are coated in rubber. They insulate our bodies from the soil, from the earth, from the Schumann resonance. We are insulated and kept away from it. Right? Right. Now, the water we drink. Water that we drink, it should be clean, right? It should be pure. It should be very easy to get pure water, but it's not at all. It's impossible unless you purify it and distill it yourself. It is damn near impossible. Fluoride is put in our water. You know what I mean? So, what is fluoride? It is a chemical that causes cancer in humans faster than, I think, literally every other chemical. Fluoride is found in your toothpaste. Fluoride is found in your mouthwash. Fluoride is absolutely horrible for the human body. Absolutely horrible. Fluoride also was put in Nazi Germany prisoner water. In other words, the Jewish people's water. Now, why was that? Because by Nazi Germany experiments, fluoride kept the Jews docile, kept them from wanting to overthrow their Nazi rulers or their Nazi prison guards. Fluoride kept them docile, kept them from wanting to retaliate, kept them from wanting to raise hell and rebel. Now, that's quite insane in my mind, because they put it in there for one specific reason, and that's to poison, cause cancer, and to keep them from retaliating, rebelling against, you know, and it clearly worked. You know, the Jewish people did not overthrow their Nazi prison guards. They just kind of went with it until the Allied forces came in and started going to war, right? Now, the next topic that goes hand in hand. We're talking about natural things on this earth that we humans need and should get, but when we do not, issues happen, right? So now let's look at, we've talked about the Schumann resonance and we've talked about water. So now, the next thing on that list is sunlight. Have you noticed anybody who does not see the sun, like somebody who stays inside at all times, does not go outside? Have you ever seen the way their skin looks? It starts to get that transparent, pale ass white color, right? No offense to anybody if you're pale. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that if these people don't go outside, they turn like pale white, and it's almost a transparent white. That's not healthy. Not at all. You get vitamin D or vitamin E from the sun, or both. You know, you get energy from the sun. Ancient people worshipped the sun. Now, why did they do that? Because they realized that without that sun, nothing would exist on this earth, right? They realized that the sun is the absolute cause of all the living forces and living creatures on this earth. So, with sunlight, humans should get it. We should get good amounts of sunlight, and we absorb it, look at animals, you know. So sunlight comes down from the sun, it hits the grass, it hits plants. Plants and grass switch the light itself with a process called photosynthesis into energy or food or, you know, a sugary substance. Well, that's crazy, right? Well, that's what happens. And then we eat those plants, or we eat the animals that graze on those plants. So even then, that's a secondary form of the sunlight energy that we're eating. By eating a cow that grazes on grass that changes sunlight into food for itself or energy for itself, still getting a secondary form of sunlight. Even in manna, the descriptions of manna from the Bible, you know, when the Israelites walked around the desert for 40 days, 40 nights, is that what it is? They talk about a substance that God rained down from the heavens called manna. Well, experiments have been run on that by Christian people that are, you know, kind of like scientists. The manna is a type of algae, supposedly, and it uses oxygen and sunlight and the humidity in the air. People have supposedly developed manna-making machines. Kind of impressive. Now, with that, supposedly NASA was looking at manna as a type of substance because astronauts, space, all that bullshit that, you know, the majority of us on this channel and Richie's channel know is absolute and complete and total bullshit. But regardless, the point still remains that if you look at what humans need and what is good for us, and then you look at the countermeasures taken to limit us to those resources, it's absurd. It really becomes very clear what's going on, right? So, Schumann resonance, you have rubber-soled shoes, you have plastic-soled, rubber-soled, and silicone-soled shoes, right? They insulate your body from the Schumann resonance. And, you know, with shoes nowadays, nobody really walks around barefoot that much. I mean, people do, yes, but they don't have to, so why would they, right? I'm not going to walk to a job site with nails everywhere barefoot, you know what I mean? So I'm not blaming anybody, but the point remains that you don't have to now. So people don't do it as much. So then let's go to the next thing. The water. The water. The water. The water is not clean. We have fracking waste being dumped into oceans. We have Walmart polluting local rivers and stream systems. We have, you know, Fukushima radiation just pouring into the Pacific, and now because of all ocean currents, it's literally spreading through all oceans, you know, and every bit of other types of plastic waste that falls into the ocean and ends up in the Great Garbage Patch in the Pacific. The two Great Garbage Patches, the two man-made islands of shit caused by humans that are, if space is real, visible from space. And then you look at the very last thing, sunlight. This one's the easiest to pick the countermeasures taken. This is the easiest one to see it. We need sunlight. It helps us. It makes us feel good. It radiates its warmth, its energy right into our bodies, right into our skin, and our skin soaks it up and loves it, right? What do they do as a countermeasure? They bombard the skies with aluminum oxide, boron, strontium, sulfuric acid, and God knows whatever else to reflect that sunlight you and I need back away from the surface of the earth. That's exactly what they do. And it's a countermeasure that's been taken for decades and decades. They're just now coming out about it. And if you doubt that they're doing it, go to the three videos that I uploaded yesterday, and then the fourth that's uploading literally right now as I record this, and watch and look at that sky. Look at where all the geoengineering takes place. It's in front of the sun. So check it out. It's called Geoengineering Daily, number 15. part 1 through 4. But I just wanted to touch on that clearly the elitist scumbag rulers of this earth take countermeasures to make it to where we don't get the energy and the resources from the natural God-given resources that, natural God-given sources. They take countermeasures to prevent us from getting those sources. And it's so very obvious. So take a look at it. Check out grounding. Try it for yourself. I'll be right there doing it with you. And I will keep you guys posted on that in the weeks to come. All right, y'all. I need to start working because it's been a minute. So, peace.